The South China Sea, a shimmering expanse of turquoise waters, holds untold riches and the potential to be China's Achilles heel. Far from the gleaming skyscrapers and bustling factories, this strategic waterway has become a flashpoint for escalating tensions. China's sweeping territorial claims, often disregarding those of its neighbors, have ignited a fierce dispute. But what many fail to consider is the hidden danger lurking beneath the surface, the potential for the South China Sea dispute to become China's undoing. From economic strangulation to international isolation, this maritime brawl could cripple China's rise and rewrite the geostrategic landscape of the region. Buckle up as we delve into the reasons why the South China Sea dispute could be the storm that sinks China's ambitions. The simmering dispute over the South China Sea casts a long shadow over China's future. While the focus often lies on potential territorial gains or losses, the true danger lies in the potential for this dispute to become a destabilizing force within China itself. China's expansive claim, marked by the infamous Nine-Dash Line, stretches across a vast swathe of the South China Sea. Historical justifications often center on ancient maps and tributary systems, but these hold little weight in international law. However, the claim resonates deeply with Chinese nationalism, fueling public support for assertive actions to protect China's sovereign territory. The economic significance of the South China Sea for China cannot be overstated. Vital trade routes carrying trillions of dollars worth of goods traverses these waters. The seabed also holds rich deposits of oil and natural gas, vital resources for China's continued growth. Disrupting access to these resources or trade routes due to a conflict would inflict a devastating blow on the Chinese economy. Furthermore, Chinese nationalism, while a powerful tool for rallying public support, can be a double-edged sword. A protracted conflict or economic hardship resulting from aggressive actions could lead to social unrest within China. Public dissatisfaction with the government's handling of the dispute could simmer, potentially destabilizing the carefully cultivated image of national strength. The South China Sea dispute, a festering wound on the map of East Asia, holds the potential to be far more than just a territorial spat. While China's aggressive claims to vast swathes of the resource-rich waters raise concerns about losing control of islands and reefs, the true danger lies in the potential for this dispute to destabilize China itself. China's expansive Nine-Dash Line claim puts it at odds with several Southeast Asian nations, all with overlapping claims. Fueled by historical justifications and inflamed by nationalistic fervor, China engages in actions like building artificial islands and deploying military patrols, asserting dominance over disputed territories. However, this aggressive stance carries hidden risks. A potential military confrontation, triggered by a miscalculation in the heat of tensions, could have catastrophic consequences. An unintended incident involving Chinese and rival forces could spiral into a full-blown war, with devastating consequences for both sides. The risk of escalation is heightened by the presence of the U.S. military in the region. The U.S., committed to freedom of navigation in the South China Sea, conducts regular patrols, acting as a counterweight to China's dominance. This presence is seen by China as a direct challenge, further complicating the strategic landscape. While China's military has undergone significant modernization in recent years, it remains untested in a major conflict. Internal weaknesses within the People's Liberation Army (PLA) could be exposed in a prolonged war. Logistics and command structures might struggle under the pressure of a large-scale confrontation, while the lack of combat experience compared to the U.S. military could be a disadvantage. The economic fallout of a conflict would also be disastrous for China. The South China Sea is a vital trade route, carrying trillions of dollars worth of goods annually. A war would disrupt these flows, impacting China's export-driven economy and potentially triggering a global recession. Additionally, vital energy resources like oil and gas are located in the disputed waters. A conflict could disrupt their extraction, leading to energy security concerns for China and other heavily reliant countries. The path to stability lies in prioritizing diplomacy and peaceful resolution. China must engage in good faith negotiations with its neighbors, adhering to international law like the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea. Economic cooperation can foster regional interdependence, creating a shared interest in avoiding conflict. Managing nationalist sentiment through measured actions instead of aggressive displays of force is crucial. The South China Sea dispute, a simmering cauldron of territorial claims and national pride, casts a long shadow over China's future. While the immediate focus might be on potential land grabs and resource control, the true danger lies in the potential for this dispute to become an existential threat to China's stability. Escalation in the South China Sea could trigger a domino effect, disrupting vital trade routes, isolating China on the international stage, and even igniting domestic unrest, consequences far graver than simply losing a few contested islands. China's expansive claims in the South China Sea, encapsulated in the infamous Nine-Dash Line, extend over vast swathes of the resource-rich waters. This region is a vital artery for global trade, with trillions of dollars worth of goods traversing its routes annually. China itself relies heavily on these trade lanes for its economic prosperity. A potential conflict would disrupt these flows, causing a ripple effect through the global economy and inflicting significant damage on China's own economic engine. Beyond economics, aggressive actions in the South China Sea could lead to international isolation. Sanctions, diplomatic censure, and a tarnished reputation could become China's reality. This isolation would not only cripple its access to crucial global markets, but also damage its standing on the world stage. The potential for domestic unrest within China shouldn't be underestimated either. A protracted conflict with no clear victories, coupled with economic hardship caused by disruptions in trade, could fuel social discontent, national pride, while a powerful tool for rallying support, can turn sour if citizens feel the government is leading them down a path of instability and economic decline. The specter of a military confrontation, ignited by a miscalculation or a minor incident at sea, looms large. The potential for a clash with the US military, which maintains a strong presence in the region, is a frightening possibility. While China has made significant strides in modernizing its military, a prolonged conflict could expose weaknesses in training, logistics, or even technological advancements. Thankfully, there are alternative strategies China can pursue to navigate away from this perilous path. The most crucial step is a shift towards diplomacy and negotiation. International law, particularly the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea UNCLOS, offers a framework for peaceful resolution of territorial disputes. China can leverage these legal mechanisms to engage in dialogue with its neighbors and find common ground. Economic development offers another avenue for China to secure its long-term interests in the region. Instead of resorting to force, China can prioritize cooperation with Southeast Asian nations on joint resource exploration and development projects. This would create a win-win situation, ensuring mutual economic benefits for all parties involved. Managing nationalist sentiment is another key challenge. The Chinese government can foster a sense of national pride that is not solely based on territorial dominance, but also on China's growing economic and technological prowess. A focus on peaceful development and regional leadership grounded in mutual respect could be a more sustainable strategy in the long run. The South China Sea dispute is a complex issue with no easy solutions. However, clinging to a strategy of aggressive assertiveness is a recipe for disaster. By embracing diplomacy, prioritizing economic cooperation, and channeling its national pride in a positive direction, China can ensure its own stability and prosperity while fostering a more peaceful and secure future for the entire region. Ultimately, the choice lies with China: escalate towards destruction or navigate towards a path of shared prosperity. What is the biggest challenge to China? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.